Hi, my name is Benjamin Katz and welcome back to another episode of the 4D Set Ice Cream Review, where today I'm at Kline's Dairy Bar in Staunton, Virginia, trying the two flavors raspberry and cookie butter. Let's get started with the raspberry here. Wow, this is exceptionally smooth. And of course, this is custard. They say they have been making it daily since 1943. And of course, custard is ice cream, but with the inclusion of an egg yolks as well, to give it a bit more of a creamy texture. There's also less air whipped into it, so it feels a lot more dense in the palate. I was given a large scoop because that was the only size that could accommodate two full flavors, and I've received a healthy portion of ice cream. This is quite hefty, and so far the flavor is quite enjoyable. Now, usually I would reserve custard for the beach, a hot summer's day. I grew up with Corbro's frozen custard in Bethany Beach, Delaware, and this is very reminiscent of such. But these flavors are rotating. They give you a card, or there's a card at the front where you can pick up, where you see they have a rotating cast of flavors. Every month has, 3 or 4 different flavors you can choose from. So it really does give an incentive to come back to Kline's every now and then and try what new thing they have to offer. This month, or this week, I suppose, is raspberry, but there was also cookie butter on the menu. So that's why I chose the two flavors I have. I didn't really have much of an option. Now, I will say one of the downsides of custard is that it's hard to get a more subtle flavor like raspberry to really shine, because you can't include any of the seeds, and it has to be a very smooth texture profile. And they're more or less just condensing down the flavor into a single note. The single note I'm getting is raspberry for sure, but it's not one of the more complex ice creams I've had, though I don't really expect it to be. All right, let's try the cookie butter now. This does look like it has mix-ins, so I'm expecting it to be a little bit less smooth, but maybe the complexity of flavor will be improved. Oh wow, that's like they took a ginger snap, crumbled it into tiny little chunks, and mixed it in with this custard base. That is, quite frankly, pleasant. Pleasant and delicious. I can't really comment too much on the ice cream other than the fact that it tastes like cookie butter. But I suppose that's kind of what they're going for, and I will applaud them for how smoothly they hit the nail on the head here. So I will note that even with the cookie chunks included in here for a bit of textural contrast, they are very soggy, so they're not providing too much legitimate textural difference, simply giving the tongue a bit more to process instead of the immediately melting, quite smooth custard. Alright, let's try the two flavors together, see what happens. Honestly, the two flavors are kind of canceling out a little bit, creating simply an ice cream that tastes like a custard. There's no real way to describe past that. It's smooth, it's cold, it's refreshing. It is quite light in the palate as well. Unlike a gelato, which has a similar level of smoothness, this isn't just heavy on the palate. I find that custards are the perfect middle ground between soft serve and hard serve ice cream, wherein you're getting the additional flavor abilities and mix-in abilities of a hard serve ice cream, but the textural softness and ease of consumption as a soft serve. They're naturally with both of the benefits, it comes with both of the drawbacks as well. And we're not getting a rich complexity of flavor, nor are we getting an ice cream that holds its shape that well. This, even in 55-degree weather, is melting fairly fast, as one would hope for in an ice cream such as this. And of course, Kline's, like many other dairy bars that I've been to, also includes food on the menu. They have the classic barbecue options, hamburgers, hot dogs, and whatnots. So it does have a good enough diversity of services to be open all year round, which I very much appreciate and applaud. Okay, so I think I'm ready for my closing thoughts. Kline's Dairy Bar offers a rotating set of flavors, which allows things to keep being interesting throughout the year. But the flavors themselves don't have too much complexity or depth. This is very much a stop in and get a quick, sweet treat. There are no options beyond chocolate, vanilla, and whatever the flavor of the week is, and the food offerings are fairly simple. But I'm not going to knock on that, because that's exactly what I was looking for right now. And that's oftentimes what people are looking for as they're coming to Staunton, Virginia. This is a place right off Skyline Drive and right near a large tourist Appalachia sort of corridor. And that appeals to the more baseline instincts of food and consumption. I would say if you're on Skyline Drive and you have a hankering for ice cream, stop by, because this will definitely scratch the itch. If you like this video and want to see more like it, consider subscribing, or go to findfiltermarketing.com for more on the journey. Thank you.